Good day, YouTube. Today is Saturday. It's December 30th, 2017. Yep, New Year's Eve is tomorrow. And we start a new video here. This is going to be a access door for a battery compartment that I just am in the process of completing. I did a video on the battery compartment and uploaded it. You can check that out. And this is a door to cover that. So I'm starting off, you know, I had just cut the sheet metal of the skin like that and took all this. It was a total rust bucket. You could see that in the earlier video. And now I'm just taking some 1/8 inch 1 inch wide flat stock and making a frame around everything. So I have everything cut and fit and it's hung on by clamps and magnets and so forth. I just need to weld everything in place, and I'll pop rivet this across. If I try to weld that sheet metal, it's just going to warp on me. So I had pulled this skin so I could get access to a bunch of stuff, and I've got that re-pop riveted back on. So we'll just go ahead and pop rivet that top piece on. We'll weld it in the front, we'll weld it at the bottom, and we'll weld it at the bottom over here. Everything else will be pop riveted. On this side, unfortunately, it's going to have a little gap there. Oh well, against the body. I'll just show that to you. That's just the way that's going to be. Again, it's not a show vehicle or anything. It just has to be functionable. Thought about making that expanded metal, but it's too ugly in there. Let's hide it. So I've got some leftover aluminum from doing the tailgate. So I'll basically make another frame slightly smaller than that one and rivet the metal on or something like that. So I'm going to get this piece of it done, and then we'll start working on the door itself. Probably go with like a weld-on hinge of some kind and just some sort of a latch. Just enough to hide the mess. That's what we're shooting for, hide the mess. So I'll get some welding done and get some thinking done and check back with you in a little bit. Well, I got that frame all welded and ground up some of the welds a little bit when they're on the outside where they show a little bit. Need to be flush. And I've been thinking a little bit about how to build a door, what that thing would look like. And I think I have an idea. At first I was going to build one that actually fit on the outside, that would like match the outside diameter or perimeter of this frame. Changed my mind. I'm going to fit one to the inside. You know, maybe a 1/4 inch gap all the way around so that it swings free basically, and will just open up and allow me access. So I think I'll make it out of, I have a significant quantity of this 1/8 inch 1 inch wide flat bar, and we'll just make it fit just a little shy of the inside of this frame, and then I will rivet aluminum from the back side. So it's just a nice framed aluminum door, and we'll do some bolt on or weld on hinges or something. I'll have to go find a couple. Probably put one over here and one in here, and then just weld a tab down in this location, so when it closes the tab hits against here, and maybe just uses a pin, like we'll weld a stud there, so when the tailgate closes down I can just put a cotter pin in, and do the same thing over here on this side. We're going to do these sides because these may not be perfectly parallel, so the thing will have to flex just a little bit to shut. Don't want it to rattle, so want to take care of that. But I think that's what we're going to do. But for today, it's Saturday. Tomorrow is a New Year's Eve, and I have an all day and all night DJ event to do. So I think I'm going to call this a day and pick this up on New Year's Day on Monday, and I'll make that door and maybe see about doing some other things inside. I need to put some angle iron around because the floor of this Stepvan is actually accessible. You can see right up into the driver's seat, And I need to make a floor on the inside just out of some plywood, so I need to weld some angles to the 4 sides so the plywood can sit down and be nice and flush, and so I don't get road noise and road spray and all that stuff into the cockpit of the Stepvan. So that's what's coming up. So I'll say adios for today. It'll be Monday. I'll get back on it. For you, it'll be just a couple seconds. We'll see you in a minute. And we're back. Happy New Year. Today is Monday. It's 1st of January 2018. Yeehaw. Hope everybody had a good and safe New Year's. I DJ'd into the night last night. Got to sleep about 2:30 this morning, and up at 7:30 and going again. So I am fitting the door this morning. So I have the top piece cut, and it's going to hinge. I'm just going to probably go get a couple hinges and just weld them on. And I need to do that now so I can set that height just to set my gap. So it's going to fit flush, not on top of, not behind, but flush with the frame. And so what I've done is cut this piece, I've cut that angle, and then I'm going to cut the 2 pieces that go down, but I'm not going to stop them short. I'm going to take them all the way to the bottom. Whoop, that's just going to be over here. And then I can put this piece between them that goes across the bottom. The reason I'm doing that is I want to be able to latch this, so when this cover drops down, this upright piece is going to go all the way to the bottom here. I'll come up about halfway and drill through everything and put probably weld a stud in so that when the lid closes, there'll be a hole in it that goes over and I can drop a pin in it or something like that. Yeah, I think a pin would be the right thing to do. And that will pin that thing closed. Probably going to put like a rubber washer or something on it because I don't want the thing to rattle. But that will make that thing pretty decent. I'm just going to build in like 1/8" gaps or something all the way around it so it doesn't scrape paint off and stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I better go get a couple hinges, maybe even 3 of them. I think 3 would be appropriate. And weld them on, rivet them on, do something. But I've got to get that done so that I get my height set so that the rest of my measurements come out right. So I'll just have 3 more pieces to cut, couple studs to weld in, and then we can pop rivet the aluminum that I had left over from the back of the Stepvan. We'll pop rivet that. It'll come in from the back side, and we'll just line these rivets up like that, and that'll be it. So that'll be the cover for the battery compartment. So let me run and get some parts, and we'll get some more fabrication work done. Check back in a little bit. Okay, a little more progress. I did put 2 hinges on them. I got 2.5-inch hinges, a little bigger than I was thinking, but you know what? It's not about looks. So what I did is just went and plug welded them on. So the mounting holes, I just plug welded them in and got this 1 piece cut anyway. So that's the half that door frame anyway. And I think down here, I've changed my mind. Seeing as how that's 1/4 inch anyway, I'm going to drill, when I get it all done, we'll drill all the way through with a small bit and then drill through just this piece on both sides with a number 7 bit, tap at 1/4-20, and then bolt this down. That'll eliminate rattles. So that's why I decided, yeah, I went and looked at pins, and I thought, what am I doing? I don't need to get in here very often, but I want the thing to fit tight, not fall off. Okay, so let's get this piece cut and fit. Again, it'll go all the way down to the bottom, just like this one does, and that'll be my second bolt-on point. And then all I do is cut that one. So a little more cutting, a little more fitting, a little more welding. We're getting closer to finishing this door. We'll be back a little bit. Well, it's coming together. We got all the frame is done. Even ground the welds on at least on the outside. I'll have to grind the inside ones to get the aluminum, because I welded both sides, to get that aluminum to sit flat. So a little more grinding. So It's come out just like I thought it would. Nice and tough to let her fall. Yeah, there we go. Gaps, okay. Gaps acceptable. I think so. Alright, so let's cut a piece of aluminum to go on the inside of that. We'll kind of line our rivets up, but put these hinges between the rivets so it didn't screw with my rivet layout all the way to the bottom there. Make it look somewhat craftsmanship like. And then I just got a couple holes to drill and tap, and we'll bolt that thing shut. So let's cut some aluminum. Well, and there you have it. It's a finished product. The door is done. Got all the rivets in. In fact, look at this. Look at my rivet container here. One left. One. That's it. Yep, got to stock up on rivets. But it come out pretty good. I'm happy with it. It looks good. Once this whole thing is all painted out, it's going to look... I don't even know if you'll notice it's there. I mean, everything else is riveted onto this thing. It might just look like part of the rig. It would be a surprise to anybody that there's a battery compartment in there. So, again, just got all the rivets kind of spaced, just like the others. Just did plug welds on those hinges. I drilled and tapped that bottom 2-inch angle iron because 1/4 inch thick, plenty good. Put some bolts in there, no rattle. No rattle, no rattle. So we're good to go. So that's the project. Thanks for watching it. So did one video on building the battery compartment. We started off, this was all a rusty compartment and things were just rusting all over the place, and I had to cut all that rot out of there. And now we have a very usable battery compartment, and now we have a very usable door for the battery compartment, and it looks good. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching, commenting, sharing my channel. Hit the like button if you would, please. Appreciate everybody watching and coming back for more and more and more. Well, you guys have a happy New Year. This is New Year's Day 2018. Don't know what day you're watching the video, but I hope your year is great, and we'll see you on the next one.